is wholesale discounts for QuickBooks Online accountants. So this last section is really talking about if you believe in moving to value pricing, and on top of that, you're convinced that working with QuickBooks Online with apps, it's a good proponent of that, and it's a good helper to get you towards that. Let's talk about what's available for us for accountants through QuickBooks to be able to add QuickBooks Online for our clients. So QuickBooks Online, in my opinion, is the best tool to package value price services. Best tool for that. QuickBooks Desktop, better accounting system altogether, more mature, has more features. Yes, QuickBooks Desktop is that, but it's harder to provide a packaged value price servicing combining everything. So QBOA is a much better solution for that. QuickBooks Online provides better experience for the customers, using it on the app, using it online, not having to use a server. QuickBooks Online provides tools to free up accountants to do higher value services, especially bank feeds. I would say number one, bank feeds. Now, what do clients value about QuickBooks Online? Anytime access to the data, access on the go, no IT drama, being able to use a PC or a Mac independently, integration with their favorite apps they're potentially already using. What do accountants value about QuickBooks Online? Number one, bank feeds. Bank feeds in QuickBooks Online are the reason why accountants love QuickBooks Online. I would argue the reason I like it the most. Oops. Collaboration, right? Collaboration, being able to teach your clients so they can do half the work and we can do the other half of the work. That's valuable, very valuable. Automated reports, automating transactions, no wasting time transferring data, and using apps to add a whole class of services. Now, if you're going to convert the client or onboard into QBO, it's a couple of important things to keep in mind. If you're converting them to QuickBooks Online from QuickBooks Desktop, there are some implications. Number one, the conversion itself should cost. You should never convert someone to QuickBooks Online for free. Never. You charge for that. However, I do recommend that you pay QuickBooks Online service yourself. I do recommend as an accountant, you pay for it. That way you control the account. That way the client doesn't separate QuickBooks from the accounting service. If the clients have QBO already, you consider bringing them in-house, and you pay a discounted price for it. And brand new clients are great to start from QBO from the beginning. That way we don't have to deal with also training them on the difference between desktop and online in the case that they were already using desktop. Now, there are 4 scenarios that I'd like to discuss briefly in which we convert our clients to QuickBooks Online. Scenario number 1, going from accountant side desktop clients to QuickBooks Online. So there's pros and cons. The pros is hopefully we'll have time savings through automated reports and bank feeds, but our costs are going to increase significantly, right? Before, with our accountant side desktop QuickBooks client, we paid nothing or $1, whatever you want to call it, for desktop software, versus now we have to pay $15 or $20 a month. But the additional time savings hopefully pays for that. Okay. Now, what about converting client-side desktop clients to QuickBooks Online? That's a client that already had QuickBooks Desktop, already has QuickBooks Desktop, and you're moving them to QuickBooks Online. Again, now I have a new variable cost that I didn't have before, but you may be saving your client $250 to $1,800 a month a year. Sorry, $250 to $1,800 every 3 years if they're using Premier, a 5 user, which could be a client savings of $7 to $50 a month, depending on how you calculate it. So there's some value there, right? That value translates into a higher fee for you, for sure. Okay. Plus, your client would pay otherwise $30 to $40 for the retail version, which, assuming that they wanted to go that route anyway, so there's some value there. Also, there are some hidden savings that most people don't see up front, which is not having to do with servers, not having to do with IT drama, not having to do with backups. So there's a lot of value there and a lot of savings there. And if they save with that, that translates into more value for your services. And of course, the conversion service is something that the clients value because they don't want to do it themselves, they don't want to screw it up, and you can charge for that. Now, moving current QuickBooks Online clients to wholesale discount, it's also a good option. And then this webinar may run a little bit long, but we're going to go ahead and do the polling question right at noon, right? Because those are the 2 hours cap. We may go a little bit longer. Just want to make a side comment there. Okay, so before noon, I'll put the polling question up. So current clients that have QuickBooks Online, moving them to wholesale discount, that's pretty easy, right? Because the client already has it. All we have to do is us take over that fee. Now, in some cases, you can split the savings, right, with the client, right? So you can charge the client a little bit less of what they're paying already, but a little bit more of what you're paying. Or you can just hide the fee in your accounting service. Why? Because you can charge for monitoring service. You can say, look, I have access to the books. I will monitor it. If something comes up, because I'm going to set up certain automated reports, I can be more proactive. You can add tons of value there. And the last scenario is onboarding new clients into QBO from wholesale discount. So this is the best scenario in my opinion, okay, because it's a brand new client. We don't have to worry about price comparison. We don't have to worry about comparing the two platforms. And hopefully if the client, it's the right fit for QuickBooks Online, it's a good move. And also you can have tons of value-added services on the setup, setting up a chart of accounts, setting up a customer list from Excel, importing a customer list, setting up bank feeds. All these upfront costs to the accountant are lower on QuickBooks Online than in QuickBooks Desktop. Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, so wholesale discounts. So you can move your clients that you have in QuickBooks Online to wholesale discounts simply by clicking on the gear button on the top right and then clicking on my account and then click on the button that says move clients to wholesale billing, and then only for the clients that are already in your list, you're going to see a comparison. You're going to see what your client is paying now on the first column. You're going to see if they have essentials, plus, whatever. And then you're going to see what you're going to be paying under the wholesale discounts. Okay, so you get to pick and choose from there which ones you want to move over. And the minute you move them over, you're going to be paying, obviously, your fee. Okay, so you select them, and then I'll give you a contrast. It will say, well, before the client was paying this, now you're going to be paying that. So is the right move to charge your client for that as an itemized item on the invoice? Maybe. Is the right move to include it in your services? Maybe. Either way, when you control the accounting, it is possible that you have a lot more customer loyalty and clients won't think about moving around because now you could completely control their QuickBooks Online file. Now you can also remove them from wholesale billing once they're in. Let's say, for example, the client disengages with you or the business closes down. You can just click on remove from wholesale billing, and then the client will now get an email letting them know that they have to add their credit card next time they log in. If they don't add their credit card, their QuickBooks Online account gets canceled within a number of days. I don't remember the exact number of days, but they have to have their credit card on file for that file to that account to continue. And of course, they'll be paying the retail price. Okay, so your client has to put, as I mentioned here, your client has to put the credit card once you get them off wholesale billing. Now, when you add a new client, a brand new client is going to ask you for which edition, Essentials, Plus, or any of the two that have payroll in it. And then once you select the edition, you will say whether or not you will pay, your customer will pay. So you can add your clients to QuickBooks Online Accountant without taking them on as wholesale billing. As long as you put my customer will pay, they pay. But if you put my firm will pay, which says wholesale in parentheses, that means that you'll be paying the fee. Now, these are the different options that you have. QuickBooks Online Essentials is $15 a month for accountants. The retail is $30. Essentials with payroll is $35 versus $69. There's an additional 50 cents per employee fee when you have payroll. $129 for the full service payroll for Essentials with full service payroll, accountants pay $65. For the Plus edition, accountants pay $20 versus what the clients pay, which is $40. Online plus payroll, the accountants pay $40 plus to 50 cents per employee, and the Plus with full service payroll, which is $70. So the most expensive service you will buy through QuickBooks is Plus with full service payroll. But of course, I hope that if you're paying $70 a month, you're charging your client $300, $400, $500, $600 for the service, especially Plus and full service payroll. Now, there's a few things that you need to know about the difference between the two. There's a whole bunch, but the only ones that should be on top of your mind is with Essentials, you can have 3 end users. You can do both accounts receivable, accounts payable, recurring transactions, and multi-currency. And with Essentials, you can have 3. With Plus, you can have 5 end users, plus upgrade all the way to 25 for an additional fee. And it will add inventory, purchase orders, budgets, classes, and locations. By the way, budgets alone are a huge value-added service. A lot of accountants don't do budgets, don't get into that. So doing your service plus budgets, that could be a really good service. That could be a really good service you can provide, and it'll be way worth what you're paying for plus. Now, in the slides, there's a link where you can compare Plus and Essentials, and it basically gives you feature by feature a comparison. This could be something good to have printed out or something while you're having the conversation with your client. This is a really good tool also, right? The features that the software has sometimes mimics the services that we will perform. So you can use this as a cheat sheet to discuss, hey, who's going to be managing and paying the bills? Who's going to be, importing the initial customer list from Excel, right? Who is going to be tracking the inventory or how? Who's going to be doing budgets, or do you want to do budgets? Do you want to track billable time? So even this becomes a useful tool for them. Okay, and then the other, on the payroll side, the only thing you need to know is with full service payroll, Intuit pays the taxes and files the forms. With the regular payroll, you as the accountant or the end user is the one that actually processes the taxes and files the forms. So retail price for that is $39 versus $99, and obviously half of that for us. Okay, so there's the feature comparison, and basically the full service means Intuit takes all the responsibility of filing the forms and paying the taxes. Okay, you can also get a monthly consolidated billing statement, and this is what it looks like, of all your clients, all the company IDs, which are really useful for technical support, the products that they have, which is basically going to be Plus and Essentials, and the price that you're paying. So that's what the bill looks like. And then you enter one credit card, and it gets filed automatically. It gets charged automatically, and you don't have to do it per account. It's just one for the entire account. So some of the frequently asked questions are, if the client has QuickBooks Online right now and they have a promotion, when should I move them to wholesale billing? I would say wait for the promotion to be over. Wait for the promotion to be over and then do it afterwards. Can I switch my clients to wholesale pricing? Yeah, as long as that they added you as the accountant, you click on the gear menu, click on your account, and click on your company, and then you will see the list of all your clients once you click on Move Clients to Wholesale. Can I add payroll to existing clients or switch to wholesale from one version of QuickBooks Online to the other? Yeah, that's really important. You can go up, so you can go from Essentials to Plus, but you can't go down from Plus to Essentials. And yes, if you have a client that doesn't have payroll, if you move them over, you can add payroll on top of that. Not an issue at all. If you to cancel the subscription, all you have to do is disable or get them out of wholesale billing, and then it's up to your client to decide whether or not they want to keep it or pay themselves. My clients will not see the bill, so your clients will not know how much you're paying for QuickBooks Online. They will not know. So they won't know you're paying 20 or whatever, or 15, they won't know, right? They won't have access to that. Okay. Do you have to enroll into a program? No. All you have to do is have a QuickBooks Online accountant account, And as long as you have a credit card on file under the wholesale billing portion, then you can certainly have that without having to enroll or anything like that. So you get one consolidated bill, which you can access through the portal, and you will get a separate one for the payroll portion. Okay, the payroll, it will be a little bit different bill. Okay, that question was repeated. And then, so these are my final thoughts. When not to use wholesale discounts, right? So obviously, spoke here for 2 hours, made a couple of important bold points. If you think your client will not pay your services, right? Or you think they won't pay your engagement, or your engagement will be very short term, don't do wholesale billing. Just have the client pay for QuickBooks Online because it'll be more headache than what it's worth. Only do this for clients in which you have a high level of trust and you know that they're going to pay you. Right? Otherwise, don't do it. You're taking on a cost and then not get paid by your client. Some accountants tell me that when they take on a wholesale billing, they'll charge the client a whole year's worth of accounting services up front or a whole year's worth of QuickBooks Online services up front. That way, if they falter 1 month or 2 months, they're not left behind with the bill. So really good point. If your client has QuickBooks Desktop and they need those features and they don't want to go online, don't cause a service break just because I want to move them to QBO, right? Keep them on QuickBooks Desktop, right? It's too hard right now to really truly compare the two, right? The QuickBooks Desktop has a lot more features than QuickBooks Online. Not every client's a good fit. So I'm not trying to convince you that you should move everyone to QuickBooks Online. Absolutely not. Okay? But if the client's a good fit for QuickBooks Online, then move them to QBO, move them to wholesale discounts, and apply value pricing right away. Okay, so my final thoughts. If you price based on value, you'll be inclined to improve your service. It is amazing. It is amazing. When the clients pay more, how much more you will do, right? You will just be encouraged to just do more and provide more. And think about the clients that pay you the most. Your best clients, they get the best attention. They get the white glove treatment. So don't price higher or don't value price because you want to get more money out of them. Value price because you will provide a better service. Customers like predictable pricing, even if it's higher. Even if it's higher, they'll like predictable pricing. You will find that customer loyalty goes up when the expectation is set right. You will get more referrals and, most importantly, quality referrals. When clients agree to doing this, to price on value, they will only give you referrals that they think will also pay on value. And leverage technology. Leverage technology, research what's out there, improve your effectiveness so you can provide a better experience. And make sure that you do not provide a commodity, that you're not a commodity, that you're not comparable. What you offer cannot be compared with another accountant. It can't. Otherwise, it's not valuable. You can't value price if you can't discover the value. And you can't have value if you don't have a unique thing to offer. And use and leverage QuickBooks Online Accountant for wholesale discounts. It's one of the best way for you to provide a unique value proposition because you're attaching one of the most popular accounting systems in the world. You're attaching it and you're co-branding yourself with QuickBooks because it's part of your services. Accounting services featuring QuickBooks, right?